In a world filled with secrets, sometimes you have to step into the dark to find the light. Welcome to the Dark Lights podcast, where we unravel eerie mysteries, one story at a time.
Today, we're going to be trekking deep into the Serengeti, and trust me, this is not your average safari.
No, not at all.
We are diving into a story about a hunter, a lion, and an encounter so strange it'll make you question, well, everything you thought you knew about the wild.
And let me tell you, this is not just some tall tale spun around a campfire. This story digs deep into the heart of the unknown.
It really does.
Leaving you with more questions than answers, really.
So we have this seasoned big game hunter, David Tanner. 20 years he spent honing his skills, tracking some of the world's most impressive creatures. But David's not just in it for the trophy. He's seeking that primal connection, that ultimate test of man versus beast.
Right, and where better to find that than the Serengeti?
Of course.
A place teeming with life, raw, untamed beauty, where danger lurks around every corner. I mean, you can practically feel the history in the air, the echo of countless encounters between predator and prey.
Yeah, it's in the DNA of that land.
Absolutely.
But this time, the game has changed. David's on the trail of a lion, and not just any lion. This one's called Baba Simba, Father Lion.
Father Lion.
He's been wreaking havoc near a local village, and when they need someone to handle a problem like that, David's the man they call.
Even the name Baba Simba sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? There's a weight to it.
For sure.
A sense of respect, even fear.
Yeah.
It hints at this lion's age, his experience, his place at the top of the food chain.
So picture this. The sun is setting over the African plains, casting long shadows across the savannah. David's setting up camp near a watering hole, the air thick with anticipation. He's expecting a challenging hunt, the kind that gets the adrenaline pumping, but what he gets is something far stranger.
This is where the story takes a hard left turn from your typical man versus nature narrative.
Okay.
This is where things get truly weird.
All right, I'm hooked, so tell me more.
Yeah.
What happens?
So David hears this low hum,
Okay.
a subtle vibration that seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once.
What?
Right. Like, what is that?
It's strange. At first, he thinks it's just the wind, maybe the sound of the savannah settling down for the night. But the sound grows, it becomes impossible to ignore.
Oh, no.
And then he looks up and say, huh. Well, let's just say nothing could have prepared him for what he sees.
Oh, man. What does he see?
Imagine being in David's shoes. Years spent mastering the wilderness, facing down dangerous animals, and then you see that hanging in the sky.
Oh, no. What is that?
Talk about a reality check.
All right, come on. You got to tell me.
Okay, so hovering above the watering hole,
Okay.
where Baba Simba himself is standing,
No way.
is a massive metallic disc, glowing with an eerie blue light.
You're kidding?
It's like something out of a science fiction film, completely out of place against the backdrop of the African wilderness.
Wow. It's like something you'd see in a movie.
Right.
Yeah, so what does Baba Simba do? You'd think that a predator like that, king of his domain, would react with aggression, maybe even try to defend his territory?
Right. You'd expect a roar, teeth, claws, something, but no. So what happens?
He's frozen, completely transfixed by this disc, almost as if he's in some kind of trance.
Wow, that's so strange.
Yeah, and it gets even stranger.
Okay, how so?
So David sees a beam of light shoot down from the disc, bathing Baba Simba in its glow.
Like a spotlight.
Yeah, like a spotlight. But it's what he sees within the light that really chills him to the bone.
Okay, now you're freaking me out. What does he see?
He sees figures moving within the beam. Figures. And they appear to be examining the lion.
Examining, like they're scientists or something.
I mean, what would you think at that point?
Figures, like what do they look like?
David, he describes them as humanoid in shape,
Okay.
but their movements are strange, almost fluid, like they're weightless.
Interesting.
It's as if they're conducting some kind of alien examination right there in the middle of the Serengeti.
In the Serengeti, wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, talk about a front row seat to the unknown.
So then what happens? Does he get a closer look or?
Well, just as quickly as it arrived, the disc vanishes.
What? Like it just disappeared.
Gone. The light disappears, the humming stops, and in a blink, it's gone.
Oh, wow.
Baba Simba is left standing there for a moment, as if shaking off the encounter before melting back into the tall grass.
You've got to be kidding me. So he's just gone.
Yep.
So what do you, I mean, talk about a mic drop moment. You've got this seasoned hunter who's probably seen it all in the wild, and even he's left speechless.
It really makes you question, what we humans truly understand about the world around us,
Right, because if you were in David's shoes, you'd probably be questioning your sanity.
Oh, absolutely.
But here's the thing. He tries to brush it off.
Really?
He tells himself it must have been a trick of the light, exhaustion playing with his mind.
You can't believe it.
And he has a job to do.
Right?
He has a lion to track.
But something tells me that encounter changed him, don't you think? How could it not? It's like glimpsing behind the curtain of reality, seeing something that throws your entire understanding of the world into question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. So what does he do?
The next day, David picks up Baba Simba's trail, determined to finish what he started.
Wow, so he goes after him again.
He does. He finds the lion standing on a ridge, silhouetted against the rising sun.
Oh, wow.
It's a picture-perfect moment, the kind every hunter dreams of.
Yeah.
But this time, it's different.
How so?
Well, the stakes have shifted.
Yeah.
David's not just facing a lion now, he's facing the unknown, the memory of that impossible encounter.
Right.
It makes you wonder if, on some level, he's also facing a part of himself, the part that wants to cling to the familiar, to the way he's always seen the world.
So he's got to, overcome his own, perception of everything, right? To go after this lion.
It's a big moment for him.
So what happens? What does he do?
He raises his rifle, instinct kicking in.
Okay.
But he hesitates.
He hesitates. Why does he hesitate?
That's the thing. The memory of that disc, the figures, the way Baba Simba seemed almost passive under that beam of light, it all comes flooding back.
Oh, no.
Something feels off.
Oh, no. This is bad.
And in that moment of hesitation, the hunted becomes the hunter. Baba Simba charges, a blur of muscle and claw, and David's world turns upside down.
Oh, man. So the lion gets him?
He's knocked to the ground, Baba Simba standing over him, the lion's hot breath on his face. He can feel the raw power of the animal, the razor-sharp claws just inches from his throat.
Oh, my gosh, that must be terrifying.
It's the moment of truth, right? The primal fear that's hardwired into us, the knowledge that we're completely at the mercy of this apex predator.
Wow. So what happens? Does he attack?
But instead of delivering the killing blow, Baba Simba does something unexpected.
Okay, what's that?
He pins David down, those golden eyes boring into him, and David sees something in those eyes that sends a shiver down his spine.
What is it? What does he see?
He sees intelligence. He sees a warning.
A warning? You're saying this lion, this apex predator, who could easily end David's life, chooses to give him a warning.
It's as if Baba Simba is acknowledging their shared experience, that strange encounter with the unknown.
Right.
It's like he's saying, we both saw what happened, we both know this changes things, and that's what makes this story so much more than just a close call in the wild.
Yeah, because it makes you think, what did Baba Simba see in those lights? Did he receive some kind of message? And what was it about David that made him worthy of a warning?
These are questions that have lingered with David ever since that encounter.
I bet.
And what's really interesting is what David does next.
He keeps hunting, right? Because that's what hunters do.
Actually, no. David leaves the Serengeti and vows never to hunt again.
Wow.
That encounter with Baba Simba, it wasn't just a brush with death. It was a complete transformation.
He, had a change of heart.
He did. Yeah. He went from being this seasoned hunter, someone who prided himself on his skill and his knowledge of the wild,
Right.
to someone who realized just how little he truly knew.
So are we saying here that this encounter, this brief glimpse into the unknown, fundamentally changed who David was as a person?
Absolutely. It's like he stepped outside of his own reality for a moment and came back forever altered. And that's the power of stories like this, isn't it? They challenge our perceptions, make us question what we believe, and remind us that the world is full of mysteries we may never fully understand.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder what else is out there. David's story is definitely one that stays with you.
It does.
It makes you wonder what else is out there, hidden in plain sight, just waiting for us to open our minds and really see. What about you? Have you ever had an experience that made you question everything you thought you knew? Something that made you realize just how vast and mysterious the world truly is? Keep those questions close, and until next time, keep diving deep.
Is this something that you think could happen to you? We are looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. Let us know what you think happened here. All of our content should be considered for casual entertainment purposes only and not used for any other purpose. Thank you for listening. Please like, follow, comment and subscribe. It really helps us out. We will see you next time on the Dark Lights podcast.